Someone was laughing at my hair that I'm really trying hard to do this puff of mine. Hmm? Leave me alone. Let me see if I had to invite one or two. I'm wondering here on YouTube, can you actually add someone to the chat if oh no. I'd like to hear if somebody can be added to the chat because I'm interested sometimes in having fellas game. Yeah. Okay, I don't understand this. But anyway, I I've been thinking about quite a number of things. I was very inspired yesterday. I saw I saw a clip on the president of Burkina, is it Burkina Faso or is it Burkina Faso? One of those. But the president for that country I'm trying to mention, I call it Burkina Faso. Being African, I've got the right to actually say it like that. The president of Burkina Faso has literally decided that he's going build houses for his people after they found gold mines in the country. How humanitarian, how beautiful, how thoughtful, how an immaculate thought it is that he has. I'm just thinking, if each one of us, when we find something good, we can just share with the rest, how would this world be? I've always been talking about the Maslow hierarchy of needs. If people's basic needs are met, they can function, they can produce, they can do whatever. Because when the basic needs are met, you are not under pressure, you're not under stress. If you know your rent can be paid like that without you having to do so much, if you know that your food will come to your table without you having to do so much, then there's only time left for you to actually develop who you are, what I call self-actualization. But most times what I see is this. It's not only in African countries, even here in Denmark, I've seen it. People get help, and after they get help, two things happen. Either they become lazy. No, actually, three things happen. Either they become lazy, or they become selfish. They don't share the help. The other thing that happens is that some people actually develop this mentality of saying, I was helped, let me help another one. So I got thinking about churches as well. We have a lot of churches that actually ask their church members to plant a seed. I'm just thinking, how many seeds are we going to plant before we start harvesting as church members? How many seeds are we going to plant? Why don't churches use that planted seed to actually go in? Who's saying no? Let me know why you're saying no. So why don't churches actually use that first plant the seed to actually generate a business, which at the end of the day is going to actually be a profit to the church members? Look at what that president for Burkina Faso has done. He found the gold, then he put it back to the country members. I believe so much in the trickle effect. I believe that if somebody is here and they help 2-3 people around them, these 3 people have to find something bigger to also trickle into. And when these bigger go in, they also have to find something bigger to trickle into. If the world is built like that, I can assure you, these issues of being jealous when you see somebody who can do something, if I help that one, they'll be better than me. If I do this for this one, they'll be better than me. What will happen at the end of the day is that because of your selfishness, because of your greed, because of you wanting to be in the center of the point, you will actually remain with nothing. Because the day you are going to fall, everything you have is going to go down with you. But think if you made a trickle effect where you help one and that other one helps another one, and those others, they help other more, we are going to make a better world. But as human beings, I don't know if it's slavery, colonization, especially in Africa. We think if I help this one who has this big talent, oh my God, they're just going to overshadow me and I will not be seen anymore. That is wrong. I will teach you something. If you look at your hands, these fingers, I've been touching turmeric. These fingers of yours, this one has its own function. This one has its own function. This one has its own, and its own. If you don't understand the mechanism of your body, the built up of your body, you will understand nothing in life. That's why you've got 2 eyes, 1 mouth, and 2 ears. Gift, I actually don't know if that is possible. I was trying to click around to see if I could get, oh shoot, I don't want any effect. I was trying to see if I could get someone to join. Does anyone know how to do this? If you can, please type. I'm really sorry, I cannot figure this out. But anyway, what I was saying is, you've got 2 ears to listen. You should listen twice as much as you speak. But some of us, we run our mouths more than our ears can hear. Before somebody's statement is finished, our mouth is already running. These fingers, they've got different functions. This one cannot do the work properly without that one. That one cannot do its work without this one and that one and the other ones. So if you think that you were born with the capabilities of your neighbor, I have to let you know today that you are unique, you are special, you are different. And your difference, your uniqueness, it comes with a price. And the price is to make the world a better place. Some of you still think what my neighbor is doing is what I have to do. That is competition. There is no competition here on earth apart from when you have no, I only have one, honey. I really want somebody to join here so that she can give a testimony. So anyway, this is what I'm saying. When we decide to actually help one another, what happens is this. The hands start to function very well. So if you've always thought that when you help somebody else who is probably more talented than you are, they'll be better than you or whatever, listen, at the end of the day, in this world, each one of us has to leave a mark. What mark are you leaving? Is it the mark of you were a beggar? Is it the mark of you actually left something that people can look up to and say, she made a difference in this world, he made a difference in this world? Because at the end of the day, this thing of asking for help from people, especially from Africa, we should stop it. When you ask once, lean back and just start thinking, okay, I'm like this, like this, like this. What can I do so that I can also help the one who's behind me? There is always somebody who's doing better than you. There's somebody who's at the same level as you, and there's always somebody who's doing worse than you. So go behind and help that person who's doing worse than you. That's where we are all going to move. So I encourage pastors who are always getting what do you call this, gifts, planting a seed from church members. When you get that money this month, make it your last time to get more money. Go and start a business for your church members to find the church to be the place where they are actually going to get something out of. Actually, one thing that I think we misunderstand about the Bible literally says, my house is a place of worship, and my house is where the poor and the whatever are fed from. So if the church is a place where church members are supposed to enjoy and get their everything, Why is it that it's actually people from the church who are actually poor? Most people who pray too much, they are very poor. All their money they put into the church. All their money they just put into the church. It's only a tenth that can be put there. And if the church cannot find work for the people in church, I don't want to be a part of that church which is always having broke church members. There's a reason why the members are broke and the pastor is rich. I'm not trying to say you should stop giving your tithes, but I think you should use your wisdom. When you see a pastor who's getting richer than you are, don't you think that you're actually feeding into his? Each one of you church members watching this, you do have a gift that God has given you. Use that gift. And if your pastor is a person who will never say anything but thank you, I think you should confront him and tell him, you start a business that your church is going to enjoy from you. Because if the pastor has no brain and he only waits for you to give him money. I know that Jesus had Judas, who was a treasurer in our days today. You cannot have a bookkeeper or a treasurer if you don't have money. Think about that. We have a lot of things to learn from. So those of you who love reading the Bible, you should also go back and think, this Judas, he wanted money. Jesus had him there to help him. Jesus was a carpenter. How come the Son of Man had a business and you call yourself a pastor, you don't have a business, you don't have a carpentry or anything? There's something wrong with the picture. Open your mind. Church members, open your mind. Pastors, open your mind. The church has to be a place where you actually feed your church members, not where the church members feed you as a pastor. You are a leader. You cannot be blind. How are you going to lead people when you're blind? It's not going to happen. So I'm lamenting, and I'm actually urging everybody who knows you've got a talent and you want people to help you. Remember, when you are helped, take that, go and use it. Take it and go and help another one. Take that help, be grateful, share it around you, share the love, show people what you can do. Come out of the shell and just be that great you. Remember that a hand cannot function without the thumb, without the middle finger, without the pointer finger, and even the ring finger and all that. They cannot. So you and I, let's help each other to grow. You and I, let's grow together, because when we actually go up together, think about how fireworks are. When they go up at once and then they shoot up, the rainbow colors are so beautiful. But think if it was just one color just going up and then it comes down like that, I don't think we'd be buying fireworks. So let's be fireworks together. Let's be like these hands. Be you, let me be me, let you be you, let you be you, and let's together work together and just go in and shine out like fireworks. We are fireworks at the end of the day if we think about it. So remember, think more, talk less, listen much more. This is Lady Hill Girl, and I'm saying, be fruitful and be greatness. Be fruitful and be greatness. Love you guys. Take care. Mwah.